Hey, what's up? It's your boy Tyson from the Pink Boys, coming back at you with another one of these crypto updates. Um, Gonna be a bit of a longer one today, but yeah, let's just jump into it. So last week I talked about AVAX, and obviously that didn't turn out the way that I thought it would. um, the annoying thing is that the fucking levels that I painted for AVAX worked out perfectly, but just not in the direction that I wanted. So it respected it perfectly here, here, and here. So these were like really strong resistance levels, but I guess the capital rotation for the market wasn't strong enough for assets like fucking AVAX to pump up. I guess the market wanted to pump like lower market capture coins at the time. So yeah, you win some, you lose some. But for this week's update, I'm gonna go to try and take a um, more macro perspective and give like some longer term uh, takes on some assets. But yeah, so first asset that really catches my eye is INJ, otherwise known as Injective. So I'm gonna give a pattern real quick that you can use on any general asset, but I really like it when you're using multiple moving averages on a trading platform, and you start to see that they all converge and start to become more and more vertical, and the price it does something like this. It chills, and then it slows down and doesn't start. It starts like not dumping as hard, and it also goes like it approaches more and more horizontal, right? Both the moving averages and the price. And usually when that happens, you can usually expect a move upwards. So this is kind of what happened with INJ. It broke up here in the first key white band over here. And then it pumped upwards to the top of the bands, and now it's retesting the edge of the bands here, the outside edge of the bands. And notice this is the weekly chart, by the way. So where do I think you can go from here? Right now, Bitcoin has started dumping a little bit, and if it continues to dump, I think we can probably expect it to settle somewhere around here, the 2.75 range. And if it really suicide dives, you can expect really strong support in the mid range here, 2.14 ish, because this is the uh, full range uh, level and the mid range level. If corn pumps from here, if this is just like a squeeze for longs, it probably can actually reach all the way up to this order block here, which is about 5.8 to about 6.3. Yeah. So this is just one asset that I'm in, and I think it looks really good for upwards continuation, depending on Bitcoin. But I think like no matter what, eventually it will reach this point over here. It's just a matter of time. If Bitcoin dives and it goes down to like 2.14, it just means I get to buy it at a lower price. Remember, none of this is financial advice, right? So, okay, moving on to the next one, which should be where is it? Okay, here. So notice this chart here looks kind of like the INJ chart, except a bit earlier, right? This looks like the INJ chart, except it hasn't broken out yet. This coin, RSR, I think it looks really, really good, and it's like hugging the bottom side of like this fucking MA like really closely. So I do think that once it breaks through, it will probably signal like a nice run, at least to the very least, at least to here, right, to about 0.01. So that's a good 2x. And if it really runs, I think it can get to here, 0.15, around there, and maybe to here as well as a stretch target, 0.2. But yeah, and those are my. Oh wait, hold up. Actually, last and definitely sometimes least of all, we have our favorite coin, Chainlink, who actually is also showing the same pattern as well. So it's here, it's coiling, it's consolidating below the bands, it's going more and more vertical. But what's funny is that even even now, it's still acting like a exit signal for the market. So at the start of this week, Chainlink was pumping really hard. It went all the way up to 7.8, and then that was like the tippy top of the market. And then Bitcoin decided to start suicide diving back down. So I think my theory with Chainlink is that it was the first one to enter the bear market out of all the altcoins. So surely there's a chance that it's the first one to re-enter the bull market eventually, right? But regardless of my theory, I think if Chainlink keeps crabbing around here, eventually it will pump up to around 10ish, 11, and if it breaks this key zone here, it has a lot of compression and free space to go up to 18 around here. But generally, I'm just looking for a solid break of the white line, and then just a holding of it. So I want it to break into these bands and hold it and not get rejected like it did over here. Rejection's bad. But I'm gonna say something that regards all three of the coins that I've talked about today. I think at this point in time, you really should look towards not actively trading the market. I've been doing that, and it's kind of a bad habit because some of these markets during bear cycles, it's really like hard to trade it, and it's honestly better to just DCA. And for those of you who don't know, DCA means like down cost average, right? It means like every week or every month or every set amount of time that you choose, you just put your money in towards a specific asset that you're bullish on. And that's what I'm going to start doing really soon. I'm gonna choose some select assets for a long-term play, particularly for next cycle, and I'm going to start DCAing to them quite hard. And before I leave you guys for this video, I'm just going to go over Bitcoin real quick. There it is. Okay. Jesus Christ, that's messy. Fuck, can you not? Fucking... Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but I mean, is it more clear on the daily? I'm sorry for the chart looking like it, like this fucking 10,000 lines on this, but we'll have to make do. So with Bitcoin, I think it is capped out by this 24.3k region right here. It's a really strong level of resistance. We just broke 22.2k mid range, and next week we probably will see like some sort of squeeze to the top here, so back to 22.2, and then downwards to 21.1, and then to the bottom here at 20.1k, which I think caps the downwards movement of Bitcoin. Longer term, I think. Okay, let's just find a new chart. Like, longer term, I think we find ourselves back towards here. So we're at the top of the range right now. Maybe we go shoot up, maybe we don't. I still think this is a bear market rally, so no matter what, I do think eventually, no matter how high it goes, maybe even up to like 35k or something, we will eventually see the 17k lows again one more time. Maybe not as low as this, but I do think eventually we will see this one more time in the short-term future, which I mean to be sometime this year. So, however high it may go, this rally comes down at least once more, and then I think that second time going down here, that will be the final bottom. Yeah. And at that point, I think that should be towards the end of this year, or maybe halfway through next year. It depends. But yeah, that's just my thesis, and that should be the end of the video. Let me know if you guys liked it, if you guys want me to cover anything else, and I will see you guys in the next one.